Hey guys, it's Moonlighter back with another horror movie review, and today we're going to be looking at a movie called A Dark Song.
Pure.
And may all my transgressions be washed.
This is real stuff we're playing with. Real angels, real demons.
A Dark Song is written and directed by a guy named Liam Gavin, and he's pretty new director. He has some short films he's done, but that's about it. And it's a movie about a grieving mother who has lost her son, who enlists this occultist to help her perform a ritual in order that she might get to speak to a guardian angel and ask it for a favor. And she leads the occultist to believe it's so that she can speak to her dead son. But as the movie goes on, you find out there's more to the story than just that. The movie takes place in a large house that this woman has bought, and the rituals to take 6 to 8 months, and it's really elaborate. They have to go through all these processes. She, has to fast. She has to, not have sex. And this movie is really about character development, at least for the first half of the movie. And it's really about the relationship between these two people. And it's not always a pleasant one.
Drink it!
Just remember who's paying for this.
Do you know the ritual?
No.
You agreed to do whatever I said.
Sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Solomon.
Sorry, Mr. Solomon.
Take off your jeans.
But it is an entertaining one. They bicker a lot, and the occultist guy basically holds it over her head that she needs to do everything that he says. And to a certain extent, it doesn't seem out of line, but eventually in the movie there's a scene where he leads her to believe it's part of the ritual to perform a sex act. And basically, he has her get nude while he's masturbating. And when he's finished, he reveals to her that he just needed to clear his head. And while that's messed up, it was pretty funny because you've developed these feelings for these two characters. And it makes for a really entertaining experience. So by the second half of the movie, it starts getting scary. Like, nothing paranormal really happens in the first half. But by the second half of the movie, it starts getting actually pretty scary. I really enjoyed it.
Mommy.
It's not your son.
I know. And may all my transgressions be washed. Make me choose.
So the things I liked about this movie was I thought the writing was really good, and I thought both of the characters were really good, and the way they were developed was entertaining and fun to watch. And at first you wondered how these two were gonna fit together, and they do. Like, the acting's really good. I mean, everything about these two characters is really well done. And another thing I really enjoyed about this movie is when I was saying like the second half of the movie is scary, that they didn't really use cheap scares. I found it to be original, and the way it was shot, it really was scary to me. And it's a rare thing for these movies to actually be scary. And they did a good job, I think. I mean, everybody differs on what's scary to them, but, for all the movies I watch that are supposed to be scary, it's rare that one actually does. And this one did scare me. It has probably had to do with, I felt like emotionally invested in the characters. And then the scary parts were just really well done. And, somewhat original. And there, as for things I didn't like about this movie, there isn't much I have to say about what I didn't like about this movie. The very ending was a little goofy, I thought. It probably could have been done a little better. And there were, some, dead people shown. And I thought that could have been done a little better. That might have been a budget issue, just making these things look a little more creepier. My final thoughts on this movie is I think it was a great movie. I think it was really well done. The very ending was the only issue I really had with the movie. But that aside, I think this is a good movie. And it was scary, and the characters were really well written and acted. So I do suggest this movie, and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And I definitely look forward to seeing what this Liam Gavin guy does in the future. Because it's early in his career, and to make a movie that good, I don't imagine it had a huge budget. And it did have in the trivia that he only had 20 days to shoot the inside the house footage. And I thought that was quite impressive. Well, alright, you guys. I'll see you on the next review. And please comment, like, and subscribe.